Good morning, Miss. Good morning, classmates. Today, in this essay, I will talk about the balanced diet with a title. We really need a balanced diet? Well, we usually hear about the term balanced diet in our home, in the school, in the work, in the street, etc. But is it really important to have a healthy lifestyle? Not only physically, it's also psychological and emotional. So, in this essay, we will talk about this theme. So, let's start. The introduction. Welcome. In so many cases, we usually hear about the balanced diet, but how important is it? Is it really necessary? Well, we have an insight that talk about this theme. Let's go. Well, in this introduction, I try to captivate the attention of the reader. Why? By generating a controversy about the theme. Is it really necessary to have a balanced diet to have a healthy lifestyle? So, first, in the to give valid arguments and to understand these arguments, we need to know some terms that talk about in this essay. First, the pyramid of food. What is the pyramid of food? The pyramid of food is a diagram that organizes the importance of the groups of food in scales of how important is the nutrients that contains. Well, we have this diagram. With the top we have the fat with the lipids. We have oil, butter, coconut, etc. Well, why is in the top? Because in the top of the pyramid is the less we need to eat. So in this case it's in a less proportion. But what is in the bottom? We have the carbohydrates, the fruits and the vegetables. Why are in the base? In the base are more space, and is it directly proportional to the quantities we need to eat this group of food? Well, but what contains this group of food? Well, this contains essential nutrients that are important to our diet. Why? Because our body doesn't build some essential nutrients that need to work. So we need to obtain these essential nutrients in the external form to start working our body. So what are these essential nutrients? Well, we have four types of essential nutrients. First, the carbohydrates. We usually find carbohydrates in bread, in potatoes, in banana, etc. Well, this provides immediately energy. Immediately energy is usually consumed by the person in activities like play sports, like dance, like sing, etc. Activities that demands a lot of energy. Next, we have the lipids, the oil, the avocado, the blueberry, the kiwi, etc. Well, what are the lipids do? Well, the lipids provides reserves energy. This is also important like the carbohydrates. Lipids help our body to function all the day. Carbohydrates only help the body 1 or 2 hours with more intense energy, but the lipids are more extended. Well, the lipids help the body to stay awake, basically, to wake up, to sit down, to not sleep, etc. Proteins repair cells and muscles. This is not only for deportees, for athletes, etc. It is for everyone. Why? Because our cells die every day. So the body needs to create new cells. With what the body create new cells? With the proteins. And if the body doesn't have proteins, with what the body will create the cells? It will doesn't have nothing to create the cells. and the body will doesn't function correctly. So it is very important to everyone to eat proteins like meat, chicken meat, like beef, broccoli, etc. Finally, vitamins and minerals that are usually obtained by the fruits, by the vegetables, etc. This helps the body to function in all the internal processes, like the bone sodium potassium, like the production of ATP, etc. Next, we have the balanced diet. The balanced diet is the consumption of the right group of foods in the right quantity. Well, in our body function in four pillars that are the four essential nutrients. So, eat a lot of food that doesn't have in high quantities the essential nutrients is the same that eat less food, the right group of food in the right quantity, and it is very more healthy that eat a lot of junk food that doesn't have these essential nutrients. Well, the balanced diet contains 50% of fruits and vegetables. Why in a 50%? Because vitamins and minerals are not produced by the body. We can only obtain vitamins and minerals from the external agents like the fruits and the vegetables. Proteins rich foods to repair cells and muscles, and carbohydrates to have immediately energy. Next, we have to start the arguments. My first argument is that a balanced diet is vital. Why? Because if we don't eat the necessary quantity of each food group, we will feel tired, but we have a high percentage that if we don't give our body the minimum materials to function, it will collapse and have a high percentage to have diseases like anemia. Well, as I say in the exposition, if we doesn't give the body something that is vital to build cells, to stay awake, etc., the body will not create these proteins, will not create these carbohydrates, will not create these vitamins. So the body doesn't create something by the nothing. So the body will feel tired, the body will use his reserves that is not natural by a human. So with what we can experiment if we don't give the body the necessary essential nutrients? Well, first is that we will feel tired, but it will progress till the point that it will be an anemia, low defenses, extreme fatigue, etc. So we need to know that we need to eat the necessary quantity of each group of food. Next, also the excess is bad. The overconsumption of essential nutrients causes diseases. For example, well, as we can see in the pyramid of food, we need to eat the less of oil. This is not the same that not to eat oil. The oil is vital to our organism, but it's not so much necessary that are the carbohydrates, the vitamins and minerals, etc. So we need to eat but in less proportion. So what happens if we eat it in high proportions? Well, it causes diseases, for example, the obesity, the diabetes in case of carbohydrates with the polysaccharides, etc. So in these two cases, we have that we need to eat very low and not very high, and eat much is not necessary to eat all the essential nutrients. We can eat 1 kilogram of junk food and have 1% of essential nutrients that are not the minimum to have working our body. Next, another important point is the immune system. Nutrients that enhance immune system function are abundant in specific food groups. Citrus fruits are high in vitamin C, a key antioxidant for immune defense. Zinc found in lean meats, legumes, and seeds supports immune cell function. Leafy vegetables like spinach and broccoli, etc. Well, we we need to eat this type of essential nutrients. Why? Our body is organized by the immune system cells. These are the responsible team that care of our health of our body. But also these cells need to eat. These cells have a life, so it has the necessity to have food or have to have, in this case, vitamins and minerals to function. Well, if we don't give the immune cells the necessary food that they eat, what will happen? The immune system cells will die. And with the immune system cells will die, there will be a weak immune system. And with that, we will be more propense to contract a disease. Next, above all, optimizes our brains. Well, this is my central argument. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, walnuts, and flax seeds are essential for cognitive function and brain health. Well, a study of the United States of America centrally found that the university students that eat walnuts, etc., that eat dry fruits are or have a best cognitive work than the students that doesn't eat this group of food. So when we give the body all the materials that need in the right proportion, the body will function correctly. And with that, the body can optimize all his parts, especially the brain that control all the parts of the body. Next, as well as protect our muscles and bones. As I say in the superior exposition, the proteins repair cells and muscles. Well, when we have a fall, when we have a disease, etc. Well, this action will call the immune system, will call the repair cells with muscles and bones. So it will help to protect our body. Next, a vital point is that enhances mood and mental health. Well, this is a very important point. Why? Because the healthy diet doesn't limit in the physical aspect. It also evolution in the psychological aspect, the emotional aspect. So foods rich in omega-3s like fatty fish, as I say, walnuts and chia seeds are linked to improve mood and reduce symptoms of depression. Well, with that we have mentally our body. So with this we can work, we can study, we can talk about normally, we can live without some stress that we usually develop by the lifestyle that we have. So with a healthy lifestyle and a balanced diet, we can have a less percentage to develop some stress, some depression, etc. Next, finally, it increases energy levels. Well, when we give the body the necessary amount of essential nutrients, it will function perfectly. And with that, our energy levels will be on the top. This is very good because it is an indicator that we are healthy, that we are okay. Well, so in conclusion, there is no reason to say no to start a healthy lifestyle with a balanced diet. It helps so much to our body, mentally, physically, and emotionally. The balanced diet helps our body now and in the future. Well, what we can say about that? In this aspect, we talk about the immune system cells. Well, when we get older, the immune system cells are very important. Why? Because the natural killer cell contains the cell and the ARN information about this virus. So the body will memorize the ARN about this virus. So with that, it have a especially response to this type of virus. So it will help us in the more we grow, the more it will help us. But why if we don't give the natural killer cell the necessary food that it needs, like the vitamins and minerals? Well, it will die, it will not eat the virus, and the body will not memorize the ARN of the virus. With that, we are more we have a high percentage to have a lethal disease in our organisms. So it is necessary to protect our immune system by a healthy lifestyle, by a balanced diet. It's very important not only to control body weight, it's intrinsic to our life. Well, I say thank you to all of my classmates. Thank you, Miss Danitza, by hearing my exposition of my essay, and we will see in the next opportunity. Goodbye, thank you.